for real though, that scene with Dan Aykroyd, that was in the original Haunted Whorehouse, and they just like tried to make the ghost rape scene funny.
What's going on?
What's happening?
What are you doing?
What's my name?
Yeah, here we are again, guys, because, I don't know. We're supposed to be back to work, though, in, 2 weeks? Well, maybe not David B. and Shawn, who are my guests tonight, but I live in the middle of nowhere, cornfield, shit like that, rural America, and I don't know for sure, but it looks like might be getting back to work here in a couple weeks when the thing is lifted and all that kind of shit, and we can all stop being drunk and get back to work. Be gone, Corona beer bug thing. That's what I'm calling it, because that's what it is. Because I maintain to this day, and I will until the day I die, that this was a man-made, okay? This was a man-made disease in a Chinese lab that they spread across the world in an attempt to get the entire world drunk in an April Fool's joke that went bad. I swear, that's what happened.
Fool's joke that went back. You know
Fuck
what?
Yeah, dude.
You know what joke went real bad today?
What's that?
Because today's 420.
Oh, yeah.
And a joke went real bad. Did you guys see IGN posted Mandalorian Season 2 trailer?
Oh, I saw
No.
Yeah, well, it's not really a trailer. It was a joke, but I saw Mandalorian Season 2 trailer. I thought, if this is coming out still, if this is still coming out in October, this is about the right time that they would drop a trailer. I saw people were reacting to it, so I was like, okay, this must be real. I sent it to my mother.
Oh.
It was a 420 joke trailer where Baby Yoda got high.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I watched it, and I was, oh no.
Did your mom like it?
I was like, what the fuck was this? My mom was like, what are they doing in the next season? I'm like, Mom, that's not real. And she's like, I figured that out.
Oh my gosh. Well, shit, everybody. I'm Jay Wade, and that fella there who just told us that gem of a tale, that's Shawn. How you doing, man?
Not bad.
Your mom, dude, that's awesome. She loves it, dude. She was like, yeah. She gets it, dude. She was like, yeah, I get it.
I've been watching a show that I feel like you would enjoy, Wade.
What is it?
Too Hot to Handle on Netflix.
No, so not gonna go there. Sorry, not even gonna. Nope. The fucking no way, dude. No way. And David B, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm here. Yay.
Dude, you're even an hour behind me, and I sound much more lively than you do, bro.
Legit. All right. All sarcasm aside, it's like I'm doing good, legitimately, but I've just been really low energy and feeling tired. And I'll get my sleeping is so weird. There'll be nights I'll get 4 hours of sleep, and then there'll be nights I'll get 8 to 10 hours of sleep, and I feel the same regardless. I just feel kind of I'm pretty sure it's because I'm just locked up in my house. But
I was gonna say I've been like that for the past 4 years. Is there another way you're supposed to feel?
Is this just the norm?
I mean,
is this the American
I'm
dream?
a homebody anyway, but for me, the only thing that's bugging me is not having that extra money in my pocket if I want to just go out and spend $5 or $10 on something useless. I've got my utilities and I've got my food and I've got my rent covered, but I have no extra cash to have fun with. And that's what's fucking killing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. What's killing me, honestly, is not being able to travel. I mentioned it before last time I was on. I had all these plans to go to all these different places, and then I got my ass locked at home. So I'm just I'm chomping at the bit to go out. I've honestly contemplated. I'm not doing it, and I'm not gonna do it. But I've contemplated legit driving down to the beach and just sitting in the sand for an hour. But I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of other dumbasses who will be there too. So
yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. I want to.
And they won't be as careful as you will.
No.
Hold on. What makes them dumbasses, though? I'm just curious. What exactly about them are dumbasses?
Well, it's just like, here's the thing. So people call it social distancing, right? Which I think is a terrible way of saying it because it implies no interaction with people whatsoever. We should really be calling it physical distancing.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we're just
dumbasses are the ones that are getting into groups of like hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Right up next to each
other. Okay,
like,
well, it was just
6 feet apart,
Okay,
yeah,
it was just the way you said it to me. I interpreted it as like anyone, like if I went to the beach, I would be a dumbass. Is how I kind of maybe took it. Is a possibility. Is how you meant it.
If I went to the beach, I'd be a dumbass.
Yes, you would. Well,
it also, you know what? Honestly, it also depends on the beach. Like, obviously, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm in Houston, right? And let's just be honest, Houston, we all know it. Galveston is a gross beach. We
fucking
all know
shithole beach, dude.
It's literally where all our poop and feces go, but
Terrible.
we go in it anyways. It's a gross
wiped out
beach.
by hurricanes and fucking shitty weather storms every other month, dude.
It's just a constant brown sludge water.
Yeah,
it's the
dude.
Gulf,
Those
right?
barriers though that like extend out into the fucking the Gulf, dude. Those are fucking rad as hell to walk out onto on a fucking rough day.
Yeah,
those are really fun. But I mean, other than that,
that's all I do when I go to Galveston. It's just like I'll go at night. I'll go out on those like rock barrier thingies that you're talking about.
Yeah,
and just sit there and like just listen to the waves crash. But honestly, dude. It's just what it is, right? I've seen people like get in lines, big crowded lines, like literally shoulder to shoulder for food here in Houston. I'm just like, I don't trust you guys to actually practice physical distancing, which is what I'm officially calling it. It shouldn't be called social distancing because that implies like not interacting with anybody. And we can still interact. Obviously, the three of us here right now are interacting. Yeah. We should be practicing physical distancing for our betterment and the betterment of others. Because all the statistics, if we want to get into it, right? All the statistics of it's probably not killing as many people as like modern day car accidents do, or blah 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 blah. But it's the fact that it's happening so rapidly and so quickly that our hospital systems just can't keep up with the demand. And I know this for a fact because I have friends who work like at Methodist Hospital here in Houston. And they're constantly telling me, reminding me like, yo, what the news is reporting, it's not that. It's way worse. Like, we're having a lot of trouble keeping up. So for the majority of us who do catch it, we'll be fine. But it's like, it's not just about us. We have to look out for our fellow man, people with autoimmune system deficiencies or older people. Or in my case, what I'm looking out for is for my parents who are up there in age. And my dad who has like, who tends to get bronchitis almost yearly, and my mom who's up there in age too. I'm looking out for them because if I caught it, I'm 99% sure I'll be fine. But if my parents caught it, there's a real chance they don't recover from that. So that's the sole reason why I don't just say fuck it, get in my car, go to Galveston, and start swimming on the beaches trying to catch crabs or whatever the fuck, or hermit crabs, So
and like,
dude,
I feel like we almost went overboard on the. It only affects. Actually, I don't feel like this. It is. We went overboard on the. It only affects older people. To the point where you see all those articles that are like, no, the people that are struggling the worst right now, they might not be dying, but the ones that are like on, like that are being on assisted breathing and stuff right now are like younger, like young people are the ones that are on assisted breathing right now and struggling for their lives. And I think that was because we went so hard on you'll be okay, but your grandparents and your older people won't, and so people were like still going out and still doing stuff.
Yeah, dude. There was like when they did the whole spring breakers thing on the news, there was legit young people going like, "Oh, I won't get it. It's only it's an old people disease," and it's like you're an idiot, dude. Yeah. Like that's what I mean by the dumbasses who are probably on the beach. So
I've been hurting in my own way with the. The Tinder action has fucking like died off, I mean, first of all, dude, hooking up with randoms, you know, I mean, it's already risky when you're out there licking dick and sucking clit, and you're maybe catching an STD or something.
Here we go. Shawn,
dude, I'm talking legit, because like it's scary as fuck. You go out there, you hook up with somebody, you know, you swipe, they swipe, dude, it's fucking on like Donkey Kong. You're knocking boots and shit. And you got some STD and shit. You know what I mean? You got fire crotch, dude. That shit's real. It's a real threat. But like this, I mean, this is really fucking scary. I mean, like, you know, dude, like I can lick some clit and get drunk as fuck, dude. And that's crazy. There's crazy shit going on out here, dude. This coronavirus it's the real deal, man. And it's fucking up the Tinder action. Because, I mean, ain't nobody wanting to risk it. You know what I mean?
I really thought he said tender. I really thought he was talking about chicken tenders. I'm not even gonna lie.
Wow.
Shawn, first of all, Shawn, I love you. You're a beautiful soul. And secondly, Shawn, if only chicken tenders.
I thought he was saying that like
he was talking about lady tenders.
Yeah, I get it now. But when he was
at what point did you realize I was not talking about chicken tenders when I said something about licking clits and sucking dicks?
Yeah, that's when I was like, oh, Tinder. But when you were just like, we're hurting the tender business, or I heard tender business, and I was like, you can't get your chicken tenders? I don't understand.
Oh, holy shit.
Well, because the first time I was on this show, we talked about not being able to get pizza. So I thought that was the next level of that joke was you can't get chicken tenders. But
oh my gosh. No, but that is really funny. I got to try to think of some way I can make a bit out of that. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. I like that.
Just me not hearing people correctly.
Yeah. But anyway,
I love that
ahead.
your brain. I love that your brain, though, despite the fact that you didn't hear it correctly, you go to like an innocent place, while the rest of us would probably go to like we probably heard Tinder, because I heard Tinder, but it's the fact that you heard tenders, you thought chicken tenders, which is so innocent and so sweet of you.
I just gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Which is, again, because you're such a sweet, innocent young lad.
Dude, you should have. We were talking about something. Me, him, as if he isn't here. But Shawn and Josh and I were talking about something, and I asked about the legal status of marijuana in their states. And Shawn starts to Google like status of marijuana legality in the state of Maryland. And dude, like I'm like, dude, you can tell you don't smoke. Because someone who smokes would just go to Google and type in Baltimore weed. And I actually did that, and it was the first fucking thing that popped up, told me whether or not weed was legal in Maryland.
Yeah, I just looked up status of marijuana legalization in the state of Maryland is what I typed.
Maryland weed. And I had it like that, dude.
I wanted some official looking place. Is what I was going for big words.
Oh, innocent. So innocent. But that's why you're going to go first tonight in our mission. Our mission tonight, which is I've been watching some fucking old B horror movies and cult classic horrors and shit from the 70s and 80s. And it's just, I don't know. I got to thinking about horror movies, and I came up with an idea for one, and I was like, okay, well, let's fucking pitch some horror ideas. So we're gonna do that here. Shawn, you're gonna get us started here, which should be, you and I were talking before we started recording. We're interested to see what David came up with, but considering you're such an innocent, fresh young mind, I'm really interested in what you came up with. Like what did Santa come down the chimney and there were no milk and cookies? I'm scared shitless, dude.
All right. I'm really excited to read mine now. David, did you come up with one? Because it seemed like when you came in here, you were joking that you didn't, or maybe you just really didn't.
I blacked out for like 2 straight minutes. What are we talking about?
Did you make a horror pitch for the show?
We were supposed to make a horror pitch?
Cool. All right. We'll just roll with mine then. For now, wait up. I guess if David has something, he'll reveal it at the last second. Okay. So I will just read what I have written down and just try not to stress out about it too much. So it would be set in like a big city, right? Like New York. The main character is like a sophomore or a junior in high school. They're like a martial artist. They've always been practicing martial arts since they were very little. One day they stop a mugging and they get a real high off of it, right? Out of helping people. They get a really high, like they start to go up, they dress up at night, they go out and they're taking out muggers and carjackers. They're becoming a vigilante, right? And, one night they're running around, they hear someone call for help. They go after they follow the cries, and they just see like a young woman's corpse, and there's just a person standing over it, and the person turns around, and it's just like a tall, lanky shadow. And imagine, like a witch doctor mask.
Mm-hmm.
It's that, and it just has like supernatural strength and speed, and just beats the ever living shit out of the main character, who then barely escapes with their life. And then the rest of the movie is the main character pretty much having like PTSD from that encounter, and just like sees this thing everywhere and is just scared shitless to leave his house. And whenever he goes to school, he'll see this Lovecraftian horror type thing. Yeah, so that's kind of my pitch. And like the idea that I come up with is like, or that I thought is like, what if instead of Batman's first enemy being a crime boss, it's like Bizarro or Doomsday? If any of that makes sense. It's like, instead of you're on the case for like a month and you take out some like Carmine Falcone, you find an eldritch horror, and that's your first villain. Yeah, that's because I don't like straight up horror movies. It has to be something else. I think straight up horror movies are boring. There has to be another level to it. So that's why it's like a younger protagonist. It's got kind of a superhero edge to it, except it's like a superhero edge at the beginning, and then it's just a fight for your life type of thing. Yeah, that's my pitch.
Yeah, horrors are kind of just typical now and predictable extremely if they're not fucking remakes and you already know what's going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So Wade, what did you come up with?
Or do I go next? I think.
Do you have one?
Well, I can't hear Wade. I don't get it.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. I completely spaced out there for a second.
Did you really? Sweet.
Yeah, I really did. Like, for real. Like, I heard what you guys were saying, but I just completely zoned out.
So
you get that sometimes.
You ruined my bit, you son of a bitch.
And I ruined Saul's bit, too, the other night when we were doing the ending plugs with Roca. I didn't know it, but I was like, I had Roca do his plugs, and then I was trying to wrap it up so that these guys could get in there because, we had to use their studio. But anyway, I just saw, he's not on social media. And I do ask him, I usually do ask him every time, like, what are your plugs? And he comes up with something, but I didn't this time. And then afterward, he was like, yeah, he's like, I had something I was going to do for the plug that had to do with Roca to make fun of him a little bit or something. Or not make fun of him, but, bust his chops. And I'm like, oh, shit, damn, fuck. But, yeah, no, I just zoned out, and that was that, man. That's all she wrote.
Wow. So this
stir crazy, man. That's what it happens when you're fucking sitting at home all the time and you're going nutty, dude.
Well,
yeah.
I guess.
But but no.
Anyways,
I'm fucking losing it, dude. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm fucking losing it, guys. I'm losing it. Do you have a name for the superhero though? Like, not his actual name, but whatever his hero persona would be.
I don't think he'd even have been doing it long enough to come up with a name.
Right on. So like a kick-ass kind of deal.
Yeah, it's like a kick-ass kind of deal where they get, except not as much of a failure. Like, they're decent.
Okay.
Like they are a martial artist, and they can deal with like a mugger or a carjacker or something, and they get a high off of it, right? And they're just chasing that thrill, and then they come face to face with like a supernatural entity that is just like leaves them hanging on to life after their first encounter, and they're just terrified of that thing for the rest of the movie. And I guess the ending at some point they'd have to overcome that, but I haven't thought that
Nah, fuck it.
Or-
Let them all die. That's the only thing I would change.
I'd rather not.
Make it a dire ending. Sometimes the bad guys win, you know?
Okay. Have you guys ever heard of the shadow hair?
No.
Okay. Hold on. The Shadow Hair is a legit fucking vigilante superhero, dude. Kind of like what we're talking about from Cincinnati. And at one point, he ended up enlisting his fucking girlfriend to help him, too. And one of their buddies as a sidekick. But hold on. I'm going to post this here so you guys can see it in the foyer there. This is just unbelievable, dude. But I remember when this was going on and they would talk about it all the time on the fucking 700 WLW radio and on the news down there. But yeah, fucking Shadow Hair, dude, unbelievable. But what it says here is, let's see, Cincinnati's mass vigilante superhero. The self-declared superhero patrolled the streets of Cincinnati, fighting crime, making citizens arrests, and helping the homeless. He became active in 2005 and gained a cult following around 2009. He did end up, I remember hearing he ended up getting the fucking shit kicked out of him. And I'm pretty sure he ended up quitting after that.
Yeah, I'm looking here. Apparently, somebody said that they ended up joining the military. But I mean, yeah, it would be like it would be like a kind of like a superhero movie, but with the added dimension of PTSD and a 8-foot tall creature of death that is constantly following the main character.
Oh yeah, I can dig it, man. I can dig it. Can you dig it, sucker?
You know.
I love how David sighed. He knew exactly who I was talking to, and he sighed. He's like,
I don't think.
Hey, you're both in Houston.
I mean, he does enjoy good pandering, but that you have to pander specifically to him. So, Plus, I don't think he's gonna listen to this podcast. So.
True.
But if he is, you know, all I gotta say, if he is listening, which I don't think he is, but if he is, you know, sometimes it's not enough to be the greatest of all time. You got to be the best of all time.
You're here.
Booker T joke.
No, that
joke,
I specifically pandered to our guest on Friday.
Oh, okay. But what Wade said was a Booker T joke,
thing,
right?
But Gilmore and Booker T work together.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
there's
I knew that much.
Yeah, but you gotta like, you know, you gotta hype the man up. You're hyping Booker T up.
Yeah. Hyping, yeah.
Can we just wait? Can I stop you real quick? Can you just edit this whole part?
No, not at all. I mean, I'm going to keep in the whole fucking bit where I zoned out and rambled on and stumbled. I mean, all this shit going in. This is real life, baby. This is how the shit goes, dude. We're fucking nuts. We're sick of being at home. We're going crazy. It's just the way the fucking shit is, dude. Yeah, I'm too fucking lazy, to be honest. I'm too lazy. I don't want to go back and listen and try to find all this shit. I just want to fucking edit it and throw it up and be done. But did you come up with something, David B? Did you come up with an idea for a horror movie?
What?
Motherfucker.
Yeah, hold on here.
I can't wait to get you and Saul on a show together, for real. He expressed interest in wanting to talk to you, too, so...
I love Saul. I legit couldn't get on last Friday because I was doing stuff, but I legit love Saul. He's a good dude. All right, I do have something. I was just joking. It was for a bit, and also the boat will be on this Friday on SCN Afterlife, and he's the boat because he's the best of all time. Hashtag the best of all time. Hashtag greatest commentator in the movie trivia showdown. Hashtag Booker T's favorite. I guess I don't know all those hashtags. All right, I'm just gonna read because I was talking to a friend about this because I was like, hey, I have to pitch a horror movie, and I was like, what do you think? And all right, so I'm just gonna literally read what I wrote to my friend. Okay, so I was thinking if I were to ever do a horror movie, I would want it to be a metaphor for like mental illness, like anxieties and depressions and stuff like that. So there's this character, right? And I was leaning towards making her like more of a female than like a man. And she slowly starts seeing like images, right, of like ghosts and stuff. So it's like think like a beautiful mind, but instead of like actual people, it's like these visions of like ghosts and demons as you see.
Mhm.
And at first it kind of starts like, like how sometimes you're in your room in the middle of the night and you kind of see like a silhouette right at the corner of your eye. Then when you look at the corner, there's nothing there. You're just like, oh, it's just my coat or whatever. So it kind of starts like that, right? So she doesn't take it seriously at first, but then eventually the images start getting more and more detailed to the point where she's seeing like full on like ghosts and demons and stuff. So as the movie progresses and the images get more intense, she gets to a point where she starts realizing too that at first she thought that maybe she was just going crazy and she had like just like a like whatever, but then the images start interacting with her and like can physically like touch her and grab her and move her. At one point, one of the images leaves like a scar on her arm or something. So the movie kind of starts off. It's like imagine a combination of like A Beautiful Mind meets the modern day Invisible Man, where it's like at first she's kind of like, oh, it's not real, and eventually she's like, oh, it is real, but no one believes her. And then she tries to get help, but like no one really helps her out, or she can't help it out. So it's like a combination of The Beautiful Mind, Invisible Man, and then like the themes from Joker.
Oh yeah.
So it's like a yeah, it's that where it's like her own mind is kind of like against her, but it's like her own mind is physically harming her. So it's like a movie about that. It's supposed to be a metaphor for like anxieties and depression, how like sometimes our own mind can work against us and stuff like that. So let me see here. Yeah. Oh, and then she later finds out that the actual ghosts and actual demons, because in the movie they're real. She figures out that if she doesn't find a way to like control the images or get them in order, they can physically come out into the real world and like through her. She figured out she's like a conduit, and the way we figure that out is eventually she meets like other like-minded people who also have the same images and stuff, and like there's like a guy she meets and he's like having the same issue too, but then eventually he gets convinced that it's not real, it's on his head, and then he dies, and then like a demon comes out of his body that she's able to like physically kill because it's in the physical realm now, but the guy's dead because he didn't believe it was real, and he just kind of ignored it and did nothing about it. So yeah, that's my silly little movie pitch.
I like it.
Oh yeah. I'm down, dude.
I have no idea how to end it. It's just like, because like the nihilist in me wants to end it with everyone dying.
I love shit where everybody dies.
But then it's like, I don't want that to be the message of like, yeah, eventually, your anxieties will just destroy you. I don't want that to be the message either. So I'm just like, what's the way I finish it in a way that's both satisfying to the story, but also leaves like a relatively good message. You know what I mean? So
yeah. So oh yeah, man, I dig it, dude.
I actually took it seriously, despite the silly bits in the beginning where I didn't know what we were talking about.
I knew you'd come through, dude. I knew you'd come through. You fuck around a lot and stuff like that, but I knew you'd come through, man. I knew you would. But then again, there was always that possibility that you would legit be like, no, I seriously don't have anything.
No, like Shawn, I too have been mulling over this idea for a minute. Like where there's like and I've seen stuff kind of similar to what I was thinking about, but it wasn't exactly like in the way I kind of am envisioning it, if that makes sense. Like I've seen similar themed movies, but not in the way that I'm trying to find it or see it, if that makes sense. So, but yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah, I took it seriously, Wade. Are you satisfied?
Dude, I'm fucking like, I need a dick bib from the pre-cum. You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah, wow. Dude, I'm satisfied, baby. I'm satisfied. Unlike you, though, I have not been thinking about my pitch. Longer than, a day. Which I'm totally stoked about. I think it's a great. Oh shit, we got breaking news, guys. Hold up. Dude, guys, it's all right. I'll say it. The first couple times I was skeptical, but I mean, first of all, it's John Cusack who's saying it. So, I mean, you're automatically thinking it's got to be true. But, I mean, he said it, man. It's not just California. It's the whole fucking world. It's gone to shit. I don't know, man. Maybe we'll clear up here pretty soon, but I don't know. I don't know if California will ever recover. I don't know. But anyway, David B's sitting there like, what the fuck is going on?
Is that what I sound like to you? You son of a bitch. What the
Is that
fuck
what I
is
sound
going
like to
on?
you? You son of a bitch.
Oh my god, guys. Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Oh my
Okay.
God, guys.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Shit, fuck, motherfucker. Oh, no. Yeah, man.
Shut up, motherfucker. No, but as I was saying before Cusack so rudely interrupted us, I do have, all right, I got this idea, guys. All right. All right.
God.
I've even got a title. Okay. The name of my movie is called Haunted Whorehouse. Okay, so it's set. Okay, we start out in the 70s, and there's a fella. He's a hard times, and this dude he's got away with the ladies, and he's a businessman. He's an entrepreneur. Dude's a pimp, but he's a low level pimp, and he wants to be a high scale pimp. You know what I'm saying? So he goes to the crossroads. He makes a deal and sells his soul to the devil in order to be like the motherfucking Mac Daddy. You know, like the baddest fucking pimp. So 70s pimp, he's got himself, okay, and I just picked this out because I just, the number 13 horror. It could be whatever, but so he's got himself 13 hoes. Okay, so these hoes, they be making a lot of money, okay? But a part of this deal that he made in order to have all this wealth and success is a bitch slapper. He has to collect. What's that, Shawn?
How did I not see this coming? I don't know why I didn't expect this.
Just bear with me, man. It'll all make sense here in a second. So a part of this deal is, of course he loses his soul, but while in this time that he has, what is like 8 years or whatever the amount of time is that he has left in his life until his soul is gone to the devil, he has to collect more souls, and he actually has a quota that he has to make before the due date of the payment of his soul. And if he does not meet this quota, then he will be damned for eternity of collecting souls for Satan, okay? And instead of just dying and going to hell and being a demon who gets to go have fun and, do cool shit like the fucking demons do in Supernatural. Them are some fun demons. I'd like to hang out with them. So he's got 13 hoes, say. So he's 13 shy on his quota, say, right? You following me?
Yes, I'm with you, man.
Dawn is in disbelief. David has not even muttered anything at all. Are you still there, David?
Oh shit, guys! I legit blacked out for a second. What's going on?
This is great. Okay, so anyway, he's got his due date's coming. He's got his quota. He's low on his quota. And so he goes and he's got 13 hoes and he's got 13 souls that he needs to seal the deal with. Yes. Okay, now the deal is like his hoes, the souls he collects are the tricks that the hoes bring in. So these guys, like the hoes, they kill the Johns, and then the Johns' souls are collected by the pimp and go to the devil. See what I'm saying? So he decides to kill his 13 hoes, in order to make the fucking debt, the quota, so that he doesn't have to be damned to living life on fucking earth, in this nasty spirit realm collecting souls and shit, right? But he gets 12 of them, and one of the girls gets away. So he's damned to all this, right? He's damned to a life of this. Fast forward to modern day, And anyone who goes into this haunted house, because obviously there are legends about the haunted whorehouse, and anyone who goes in this house, okay, they got to get their soul collected, and that happens, they get fucked to death by the hookers, by the hooker spirits, and then that's how their souls are collected. And then once, and the thing is, once you're fucked to death, and then you are automatically then made a hoe of the overlord pimp dude who is collecting the souls now for Satan and shit. And like it don't matter, you dude, girl, man, like you in there, you're his hoe now. And you collect more souls, and then it's just a big chain, dude, and feeding, get more souls. But like, yeah, man, getting fucked to death by dead hookers in the haunted whorehouse, dude. Yeah.
So, David, have you ever seen Ozark?
No, I haven't.
I just started watching it. I'm 5 episodes in. It's really good.
What is it about
really
so
good.
far?
So it's Jason Bateman plays this guy who has been laundering money for a Mexican cartel, and he I guess his business partner was like skimming off the top of the money, and the Mexican cartel finds out, and they're like, "You're gonna."
Little known fact: the ghost blowjob scene in the first Ghostbusters movie was actually an outtake from the original haunted whorehouse movie that was in development back in the 80s, but was scrapped. And so they just, the scene fit because it had Dan Aykroyd in both of them. Yeah. So it just fit, and they just used that scene to make it funny and shit. Of course, when it was in haunted whorehouse, it wasn't a funny scene. It was what it was. It was, dude was raped by a ghost. Yeah. And it wasn't funny.
The Mexican cartel whacks his business partner and is about to whack him. And they're like, he's like, no, wait, I can go to this place called the Ozarks. I could launder all your money there. I'll launder $500 million in 5 years or something. And they're like, all right, fine, go. And so he moves to the Ozarks with his family, and he has to launder $500
million. I'm sorry. I get what you're doing. Here, and I can appreciate a good bit. But on a serious note, though, man, I'm sorry. But to bring it all back around to a serious note here, how would you guys feel about, like, if you had to go to a haunted house and you had to be killed by a spirit or something like that? How would you feel about it being by like a dead hooker and she fucked you to death? Would you be okay with that?
I think I'd rather just die, like, quickly.
All right, wait.
Seriously?
In all seriousness, right? Taking this question seriously. Shawn, have you seen the Jack Ryan series on Amazon?
I watched the first season and I liked it, but I haven't.
All I want to know is if you would be down to get fucked to death by a ghost. That's all I'm asking.
My answer's gonna be no, Wade.
David? I mean, come on, man. A dead hooker, and she go fuck you to death, dude. Come on, dude. That could be like the greatest ride ever. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended.
Wade, you're dying.
Well, yeah, but you're getting fucked to death. It's not like you're getting stabbed. Well, I mean, depending on what's going on, you might be getting stabbed to death. But you know what I'm saying?
Have you ever seen Gone Girl?
Oh, I have not. I've heard lots of good things about it, though.
Shawn, have you seen Gone Girl?
No, I haven't.
Damn it. Well, for anyone who's seen Gone Girl, there's a scene in that movie where a guy literally gets fucked to death. Like,
wow.
Okay, have you watched The Boys?
Some of it, not all of it.
All right, something similar like that happens.
Oh, yes, there's a scene in that too. It's like episode 2 or 3 or something like that, right?
Early on, girl. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but
that's another.
It's really fucking gruesome.
It's literally a guy literally gets fucked to death too. Yeah. See,
I don't want to spoil how it happens because it's really, really funny.
Yeah, for everyone who hasn't watched Gone Girl, I don't want to spoil it either because it's actually a huge plot point in the movie. But some guy, it's not in that creative like comic book way. It's like in a very real world type of way where some guy is in the middle of like, a coitus. And then murder happens is all I'm gonna say. So, but yeah.
Oh, so he isn't actually fucked to death. He's fucked. He's killed while fucking.
I mean, it's up.
I mean, the closest I think we could get to fucking someone to death would be 7.
I haven't seen 7.
He told me to fuck her. I did. I fucked her. Yeah, dude, that's a great movie, but that's the closest, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, Shawn, but if you watch that movie, you will see what I think is the closest we've ever had to someone being fucked to death.
It just doesn't sound fun.
I'd rather.
But I mean, it's a ghost. It's
the actual idea. Probably the idea of it sounds like it'd be a good time. But it's the fact that you're being fucked so hard that you're gonna die. That doesn't sound fun at all. It sounds like a very.
Well, I never said fun, but also keep in mind that at the beginning of this, I also said if you went into a haunted house, if you had to die, be killed in a haunted house. So, I mean, look at it like that, too. I mean, would you rather be fucked to death by a dead hooker chick, or would you rather have some fucking gnarly dog demon maul your neck in half? Would you rather, you know what I mean? I mean, dude, you pick your poison here, dude. I mean, personally, if I'm gonna die, I think being fucked to death by a dead hooker chick would be pretty cool.
There was a horror movie on Netflix.
Is it about dead hooker chicks fucking people to death? If it is, I'm in.
This horror movie, and they're all in a house, and they get stuck in the house. And there's a scene where one of the people's like, "We're gonna make a break for it," and they go to run out of the house, and they run, and the door has a wire put on it, and they fucking decapitate themselves.
Oh wow, that's fucking gnarly.
Yeah,
that's a way to go though. Quick, easy.
Yeah.
So you'd rather die like that rather than being fucked to death?
Easy. Just I'm running and
Really?
it just fucking takes me out. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that. 100%.
Okay, I'm gonna keep narrowing this down until I hear what I want.
No.
What if it wasn't quick and easy?
Well, I don't know, Wade. You just want me to say on this podcast that I'm not going to say it because then you've got the
I almost had the sound bite.
I know what you want me to say, Wade, and I'm not going to say it.
Hey, either way, it's not going to be quick and easy, right? Regardless of what we choose.
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
So
okay, well, name a better way that is not quick and easy to die than being fucked to death by a hooker.
I'd rather go out in Chuck and Dale versus Evil. You guys know that movie?
Yes.
Yes, that movie's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I love that. Officer, these kids come and he just run and jump into my wood chipper. That movie is so fucking clever.
I'm killing himself.
Yeah, love it.
Great,
love it.
Movie.
Yeah.
But I still say I'm trying. I still say, dude, the dead hooker fucking to death is. I mean,
I just gotta say, I'm glad you invite me back to your shows, Wade. It just shows that you value me as an individual and that you value my voice, and I appreciate you for it. That being said, I'm glad I never tell anyone about these shows ever.
Are you serious?
No, that's not true.
I'm going to tag all kinds of motherfucking people on Twitter now, dude. I'm going to tag Gilmore. I'm going to tag Booker T. I'm going to tag dead hookers.
Please tag Gilmore so that he
I will for sure. Fuck yeah.
Hey, Brad, listen to this podcast.
It's You're Next.
You're Next. That sounds
Or
familiar.
Next.
You're Next. It was on Netflix at one point. It wasn't a terrible movie.
Fuck, I'm going to have to check it out then. I've been watching all kinds of horrors lately. I started watching one the other day called Death Ship. You guys ever heard of that? It's older from the late 70s.
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't heard of that.
You say.
Yes, Death Ship.
Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen the?
I like that poster.
The oh God, it was like a killer snowman.
Yes, I have seen the clitoris before, David, many times. Have you?
You can't say words that sound similar to that, David. You gotta work through. You gotta work through it, man.
We should just do one the whole time where I just shut up. I don't say shit. I listen to everybody else talk, and the only time I talk is to interject with things that I can make dirty. And that's the whole show, dude.
Are you talking about the snowman?
Great.
David?
Yeah, it was like a killer snowman, and like it was like Jack Frost. I think.
Snowball is close as Snowman. You know, like when the chicks blows the dude and then he jisms in her mouth and then she like swallow or doesn't swallow, she like swaps it into the dude's mouth.
Remember that there was that
Snowball. It's in the Clerks movie, dude. It's in Clerks.
That poster for that.
It's in the first Clerks movie. I'm not a pervert. Kevin Smith is.
Please, you could have saved her. I gave you all the clues. You remember that poster?
For what movie?
It was for the Snowman.
Jack Frost?
No. It's like an. I don't think. Hold on, I'm gonna Google it. Well,
there's the rusty trombone.
I hope. Wait,
rusty fish hook.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's not Jack Frost. It's
I don't know what you're talking about.
Killer Snowman movie.
Killer Snowman movie. Killer Snowballs. Oh, dude, porn parody. Killer Snowballs, where like in the dude's jism is like poison. So, but females are immune to it, and so when she like spits it into his mouth afterward, he's not immune to it and he dies. Killer Snowballs, porn parody, baby.
It was literally called Jack Frost.
I was right. Oh, dude, I'm on such a fucking roll tonight, dude.
I don't know
That's
if
awesome. I knew it. How did I fucking know, dude? Oh man, I still like my Killer Snowball porn parody. That's fucking awesome, guys.
No, it's great. Yeah.
It is. It's clever, like because the chicks are immune, but then they give it to the dude. Killer Snowballs. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I killed it, didn't I?
Low budget. 7% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's like a terrible film.
There's another Jack Frost movie with
Michael Keaton. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But this is like a horror parody.
This is the one with Shannon Elizabeth, isn't it?
That's a great question, actually.
The one you posted is the one with Shannon Elizabeth, I think, and then Michael Keaton rather is in the other one.
This one has. I don't think this one has Shannon Elizabeth. No, it does. Yeah, she's in this one. Yeah.
Boom! Right there, boys. I'm fucking on my shit tonight, guys.
Again, I don't know about that.
Is there any truth, do you guys think, or was that just a thing in a movie, just like trying to be funny about Walt Disney like laying on the floor under a glass coffee table and having hookers shit on it? Because I've tried Googling that many times and I've never found anything to back that up. Dude, Shawn, this is not me, dude. This is not me, bro. I didn't just come up with this and just be like, hey, this is something I thought about.
Wait, hang on. I like that Wade is like, you ever heard of this thing that I have not been able to find any proof for online? So like, if
it was in a movie. It was in a movie of some sort. Like they said something about it.
To find like another version of this story. So all I have is Wade telling it to me.
Dude, David, do you remember what I'm talking about? Whether or not you remember the movie, do you remember hearing that in some sort of movie?
I legit thought you were going to go somewhere else completely different. That you were going to say that Walt Disney is frozen and he lives in a glass coffin.
That's
Disney.
That's just silly, David B. True. That's just ridiculous, dude. Something like that could never happen, dude. So
I've heard of that they keep Walt Disney.
No, that actually is true, I think.
Yeah, that is true. He's still alive down there.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if he's still alive, but
where you took it, Wade. I have never in my life heard ever up until this point.
It was for real in some movie, but I mean, obviously, I think they were just like making a crude joke, but that's what they said in the movie, and I've tried Googling it because I was just curious. Because I was like, dude, no way.
Don't Google that.
Wait. Was it obviously a joke though? Because you sincerely asked us. And then you sincerely said you Googled it to try to find out if it was true.
Don't Google that. Don't Google that. You're not going to find anything you want.
I think.
Well,
yeah.
Give me something fucking crazy, then I'll Google it right now.
No, I don't want that.
No, I don't want to do that.
No, don't do that either.
Actually,
And we've got videos.
Oh,
we got videos.
No.
I'm actually.
Yep, we got no videos that matter. Stupid kid shit. Anyway, guys, I'm still down with the dead hooker thing, but we'll go ahead and leave it there for now because I'm gonna go and think more about my Killer Snowball porn parody. I think that's fucking awesome for real. That's a great idea.
That sentence of "I'm still down with dead hooker" sounds so terrible out of context.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude!
Not much better,
dude. You ever seen the movie 4 Rooms?
No,
I don't think I want to.
Oh man, you see a dead hooker in that movie, and she is sexy. Holy shit, she's fucking smoked. Anyway, I'm sorry, she's a dead hooker. It would have been cooler if she would have come back to life and fucked Antonio Banderas to death. But anyway, I will never let that go, dude. Haunted Whorehouse. For real, that's a great fucking movie, dude. Whores fucking, because they don't, even in the afterlife, they get bitch slapped. You know what I'm saying? So the hoes are like, they're spirits, but they're fucking people to death so that, they can not get slapped by their pimp. I love it, dude. I just fucking love it. And instead of him, he's not like, where's my money? He's like, where my soul's at? And I just, it's just think about it. Just think about it, guys, and you'll get what I'm saying. Yeah, Shawn, you don't want to.
I feel like
that's all right. That's all right.
I feel like this is like just one. This whole podcast is just one big practical joke on us.
I'm not convinced not what it is.
Where he just pretty much like, hey guys, we're gonna do this fun thing and pitch horror movies to each other, and then he's like, but little do they know, I'm about to sincerely ruin their whole night.
You know me so well, man. You know me so well, bro.
I could have watched more Ozark.
Yeah.
Well, you can hear soon, man.
I could have been working on more music. I could have been spending time with my family. I could have been praying, reading the Bible, but I'm here about listening about this crazy idea about dead hookers. So
awesome. I got all kinds of sexually related, dirty, perverted shit that's fucking hilarious and gold ideas, dude.
I don't doubt you have a bunch of what was it? Dirty, sexual. What'd you say again?
Dirty, nasty, perverted, sexual, funny as hell shit.
I don't doubt you have just an encyclopedia of all that stuff, like 12.
But the funny as hell is the key part. Otherwise, I'm just a fucking perverted bastard. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not an asshole. So,
I mean,
right? Okay, never mind. Don't answer that. David, you want to tell everybody where they can find you at, man, on the social media?
After today's show, I don't know if I want people finding me. You can
Jay Wade ruining careers.
I'm legit. God damn it.
You good, David?
No. Son of a bitch. This all right. Shit, someone else go. I can't stop giggling now.
Go ahead, Shawn.
At Shawn_AFK. All right, David, that's all the time I can buy you.
Son of a bitch. Tell them about your podcasts.
You guys, I'm on the Merc with the Movie Blog podcast feed. That's at Movie Blog Merc. I do some shows over there. I'm on Beyond the Screen and Through the Portkey. And I also do a podcast. That's at Go Into the Grid on Twitter. And starting up, probably, I guess, Wade, you'll probably upload this tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so starting today, I am on a Sweet Life of Zach and Cody recap podcast, Trouble at the Tipton. And I don't know what the @ is. Let me look. It's Trouble at Tipton. So you guys can check that out as well.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. And those are I've been on to the Into the Grid podcast.
Yeah. You're coming back, right? Wednesday?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Awesome.
You're not gonna trick me into like telling me absurd ideas and perverted thoughts, are you?
We're actually going to pitch you our Power Rangers porn parody.
Dude, Haunted Whorehouse,
That's
dude.
why
For real,
Wade
come
can
on,
never
think
come
about
on
it.
Into the Grid is because he'll just pitch a Power Rangers porn parody, and we can't have that on the show.
Well, there's a Pink Ranger and a Black Ranger.
All right,
BBC.
David B. Where
You
can
know,
you be
what can I
found?
say here? You got
David, where can
BBC
you
and
be
some
found?
Pink over here. Is there a brown Power Ranger? We'll get some anal action going on, too. Blue Power Ranger, that's for when Pink don't put out and ass is leaky and fucking Black Power Ranger can't get in there. And so he's got the blue balls.
I don't know what's going on anymore. David, please.
Oh, it all makes
End my
sense
suffering.
now. The colors all make sense. I get it. The red is for
No.
Just
no.
end
You can't ruin this,
here.
Wade.
End it here.
David, where can the folks find you at, man?
God. You can find me. God,
You want me to do it for you, David?
I'm so distraught right now.
It's at David B Music 21.
Yeah, I could do this. Stop. I'm a grown man.
Are you
All
sure?
right. Yeah, I could do this. So you can find me on all social media platforms at David B Music 21. Depending on how this episode goes down, you might not be able to find me after this, but for right now, you can find me there. David B Music 21. That's on Twitter and Instagram if you're so inclined, but Twitter's where it's at. And for any updates and stuff like that about what I'm doing, you can just check me out there. And you can check me out on occasionally Into the Grid. You can check me out this Friday on SEN Afterlife with Wade and our esteemed guest, who hopefully will still show up, Mr. Brad Gilmore. And and yeah, those are all the plugs I want to give out. So.
And I'm Jay Wade. I am the Blue Ranger because David is so fine that my balls are blue.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Shawn, I'm not even going to go there because Shawn's old enough to be my son, so that would be really weird.
Oh, that's not fair. Why do I get it and Shawn gets nothing?
You can find me on Twitter at jwade1134. That is the letter J, WADE1134. YouTube channel is JCast Network. Like David just said, I host an after show for it's not for them, but an SEN live after show called SEN Afterlife for Merc with a Movie Blog. And you can follow them on Twitter if you'd like at Movie Blog Merc. But, here's the dead hookers and shit like that. I'm telling you, man, getting fucked to death. That's the way to go. But I'll be back, I don't know, this week, next week, I don't know. Whenever I go stir crazy enough to where I just got to fucking go nuts, then that's when I'll be back. So be back soon, I'm sure. Later, everybody. Dead hookers. Yeah. You want to hear something funny? The mic wasn't on that whole time.
No way.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, wow.
So smooth.